The Ready Player One movie that was released in 2018 was both financially and critically successful. This means that we're probably going to get a sequel sooner or later. As it turns out, Ernest Cline, the author of the Ready Player One novel, has already written a sequel novel to Ready Player One called Ready Player Two, which just recently came out. There will most likely be a movie adaptation of the book. So here's everything we know so far about Ready Player 2 and what might happen in the film. To begin, here's the plot synopsis of the Ready Player 2 book. Days after winning Oasis founder James Halliday's contest, Wade Watts makes a discovery that changes everything. Hidden within Halliday's vaults, waiting for his heir to find, lays a technological advancement that will once again change the world and make the Oasis 1,000 times more wondrous and addictive than even Wade dreamed possible. With it comes a new riddle and a new quest, a last Easter egg from Halliday, hinting at a mysterious prize. And an unexpected, impossibly powerful, and dangerous new rival awaits, one who will kill millions to get what he wants. Wade's life and the future of the Oasis are again at stake, but this time the fate of humanity also hangs in the balance. Lovingly nostalgic and wildly original, as only Ernest Cline could conceive it, Ready Player 2 takes us on another imaginative, fun, action-packed adventure through his beloved virtual universe, and jolts us thrillingly into the future once again. Obviously, the movie adaptation of Ready Player 2 is going to be much different from the book, as is the case with any adaptation, but based on the synopsis, it seems like the sequel will feature another Easter egg hunt, and there's an even greater prize to be won. I'm not sure what kind of prize can top ownership of the Oasis and $500 billion, but we'll see. We also know that there's a new rival who is willing to kill millions to get what he wants. I'm assuming this guy wants to take control of the Oasis, just like Nolan Sorrento did in Ready Player One. Finally, I'm eager to find out more about this technological advancement that can change the world and make the Oasis 1,000 times more wondrous and addictive. Maybe you can transfer your consciousness inside the Oasis and live in it like an alternate reality. That would be pretty awesome to experience. Ernest Cline has already talked about a movie sequel to Ready Player One. Here's what he said. I think there's a good chance that if this one does well, Warner Brothers will want to make a sequel. I don't know if Steven Spielberg would want to dive back in, because he would know what he's getting into. He said that it's the third hardest film he's made out of dozens and dozens of movies. Olivia Cooke, the actress who plays Samantha, also said that she's contracted to return for any sequels. Ty Sheridan, the actor who plays Wade, said he loved working on the first movie and hopes to do another. Additionally, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Ernest Cline revealed some more information he'd like the fans to know about Ready Player 2. First of all, the sequel will begin a little over a week after the first book ends. There's a brief gap of time, but it should still flow together with the first story. You don't want to tell the exact same story again, but you still want to give fans some similar elements from the first story that made it such a success. Ernest Cline made sure to build upon the characters' backstories as well as expand the technology and the world. The reason why Ernest Cline chose to do another treasure hunt is because that was the fun part about the first book. It was a pop culture treasure hunt, so the readers could use their own knowledge of pop culture to try and solve the clues along with the characters. Sometimes, the readers would even be able to figure things out before the characters. Furthermore, Ernest Cline announced that this Ready Player 2 novel was a sequel to the first book, and not the movie. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of differences between the movie and the novel. It was hard for Ernest Cline to keep the two different timelines and versions in his head, but he made sure not to let the movie influence his decisions too much. However, Ernest Cline co-wrote the Ready Player One movie, so it did give him a lot of inspiration and ideas for the sequel. He specifically mentioned that the movie soundtrack and some of the songs gave him some inspiration. You know how there were 3 keys and 3 gates in Ready Player One? Well, there are a similar set of challenges in Ready Player 2. Each one of them will pay tribute to different facets of pop culture. Ernest Cline then went on to say that he always envisioned the story as a trilogy. One of them is a sequel, which is the Ready Player 2 novel he just wrote, and another is going to be a prequel about James Halliday and Ogden Morrow in Ohio. It will probably be called Ready Player 0 instead of Ready Player 3, and it's supposed to be a coming-of-age story. The prequel is based on Ernest Cline's own childhood. He grew up playing a lot of video games and Dungeons & Dragons as a kid, so it's going to be like Stand By Me. Ready Player 2 is currently the end of the story, but Ernest Cline stated that maybe his daughter will write more sequels, just like how Frank Herbert's son wrote more Dune novels after him. In another interview with Austin 360, Ernest Cline explained some more details about the sequel. Ready Player 1 showcased virtual reality, but Ready Player 2 will explore the brain-computer interface, in which an implanted device helps control a person's actions and experiences. The brain-computer interface could even serve as an empathy machine. It could allow you to literally feel exactly how someone else feels. And that's everything we know so far. How excited are you for Ready Player 2? Let me know in the comments below. I loved the Ready Player 1 film, so I'm definitely looking forward forward to the sequel. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a future upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next